The question I get most often is, when you have a lot to do, how do you know what to do next? The simple answer is to do the most important thing next. Ask yourself this question: what's the one thing I have on my list that if I got it done would make the biggest difference to me or to my end result? That's the next task you need to work on. Now, one of the challenges is some people keep putting off the bigger tasks, which can also be the most important tasks. They put them off because they see that there's too much work. So here's a strategy to help you with that. I ask my clients, what's next? It's quite simple. When something that you need to do just seems too big to handle, or if there's too much work to do, or it seems too hard or too big to start, ask yourself a simple question. That question is, what's next? That is, what's the next thing or the next step that needs to be done to keep this project moving forward? You don't always need to start and finish a task all at once. It's not always possible, but if you work out the next thing you need to do and you do that, it can often make it so much easier. Sometimes it might involve someone else. Let me give you an example. If you need to update your website, which I did recently, and I'm sure you would agree that that can be a pretty large task. When you start this type of project, ask yourself what's next. Actually, the first thing for me was to contact my web designer and find out what he said was involved. What was the cost? What was it that he needed from me? So that for me, it was an email asking a few questions. For someone else, it might be finding a new web designer. So it might be to get a referral from someone who recently did their website, to get the number of a person who they could contact, or to find the person who originally designed your website. Just focus on what's next. Your focus about what's next is about keeping the project moving forward. What's the one thing that will keep it moving forward? Don't let it stagnate and don't ignore it. I'm Robert Bonifacio, and that was an insight from my Elevate program. If you need to be more productive or you're looking for more insights, what's next is to download my free ebook from my website or contact me for a complimentary strategy session.